Have you ever wondered if our addiction to screens is secretly mutating us into a completely new, vastly uglier species? Evolution didn't just retire when we traded dodging saber-toothed tigers for scrolling through social media. Humanity is actively mutating right this very second. Back in the wild, survival meant being physically shredded enough to fight off apex predators. But what happens when our most intense physical activity involves aggressively sitting down and staring at a display? We are throwing our natural posture out of whack. Scientists predict future generations might develop a permanent hunchback just to gain an evolutionary advantage in a computer-dominated world. Honestly, it is a wildly unglamorous glow up because we are tethered to our devices. We are begging our biology to adapt with bizarre mutations like a permanent text claw. Could our smartphones actually be shrinking our brains? These unsettling traits could easily get passed down, creating an army of tech-obsessed humans who can barely tilt their heads upward. And what is happening inside our skulls is even weirder. Studies suggest chronic exposure to radio-frequency radiation might be messing with our brains to combat this invisible threat. Our future selves might evolve a denser skull acting as a built-in radiation shield. But here is the tragic catch. The actual brain inside that reinforced bone helmet is going to get noticeably smaller. Before modern civilization, we desperately needed massive brains to remember where fruit trees were and outsmart predators. Today, we have artificial intelligence doing absolutely all of our heavy intellectual lifting. This lazy trend of completely outsourcing our brain power will gradually shrink our mental capacity. What if we are actually bracing for an increasingly hostile, man-made apocalypse? With severe climate change and unpredictable natural disasters on the rapid rise, having a savings account won't save you. Enter crash. Proofgrams, a highly disturbing yet perfectly engineered theoretical model built by scientists to survive the sheer devastation of a high-speed car crash or a monster tornado. How exactly does looking like a deflated human airbag guarantee ultimate survival to easily walk away from devastating impacts? Graham boasts a massive, thickened skull packed with extra cerebrospinal fluid to cushion his brain. This absolute unit of a head effortlessly survives fatal collisions. He also completely ditched the single most vulnerable part of the human anatomy, the fragile neck. Having literally no neck permanently prevents fatal whiplash, offering a massive survival advantage. Could his deeply unsettling physique actually be the peak of human performance? To top off his indestructible dad bod, Graham features ultra-strong barrel, like ribs designed to absorb high-impact crashes, acting exactly like organic airbags. He also sports a thick layer of tough leathery skin to naturally protect against cuts. His weirdest evolutionary trait is mutated, highly flexible joints that casually bend in multiple directions to survive brutal elements. While Graham is undeniably durable, he might struggle getting a date. What if we engineered a much hotter, optimized version of the future human? Enter Dr. Alice Roberts, who designed Anatomically Amazing Alice. This brilliant concept cleans up all the wildly inefficient bits that natural evolution stubbornly gave us. Alice's flawlessly engineered body literally steals the best survival features from animals. Why settle for terrible eyesight when you can just steal from the ocean? Alice borrows complex eyes from an octopus to drastically improve our sight and entirely eliminate blind spots. Next, she fixes our notoriously faulty human ears. Instead of constantly trying to repair fragile inner cells, Alice gives us bigger, feline, inspired ears that function exactly like a cat's, capturing every sound wave with pinpoint precision. Did you know humans are the only mammals with a ridiculously high risk of choking on food? Alice features a major internal redesign to fix this evolutionary glitch: two completely separate pipes in her throat. One is exclusively for breathing air and another strictly for swallowing food, meaning we will never awkwardly choke on dinner again. Childbirth gets a massive biological upgrade too. Alice borrows a brilliant trick from the kangaroo: a pouch. What if human babies could grow safely in a built-in pocket? We could comfortably give birth to much smaller babies and safely let them mature inside this external pouch to fix our clumsy legs. Alice rocks highly efficient ostrich-like legs built for high-speed running. She also completely ditches our vulnerable human lungs, replacing them with bird-like air sacs to dramatically boost her cardiovascular stamina. But what if we simply do not have the patience to wait around for millions of years of biology to do its thing? Are we about to become living, breathing cyborgs? Thanks to mind-blowing advances in biomedical research, we are already fusing our fragile human bodies with cutting-edge technology. Say hello to transhumanistic Tim, a futuristic hybrid equal parts biological human and mechanical machine. Advanced bionic eye implants will easily give us X-ray vision. If our own cells can become microscopic assassins, what is the absolute limit? The real magic is happening right now on a cellular level. Groundbreaking biotech companies like Imix Biopharma are developing advanced CAR-T cell therapies like NXC-201, specifically designed to hunt down toxic disease cells causing amyloidosis, a severe condition affecting thousands. This incredible living medicine acts as a highly trained internal hit squad inside your bloodstream, boasting a massive 92% response rate in clinical trials. As gene editing tools like CRISPR become more advanced, we could rewrite our DNA entirely, making ourselves immune to deadly diseases and potentially reversing biological aging. But our ultimate evolutionary destiny might not happen on Earth. What happens when we take our modified bodies and launch them into deep space? Will we even recognize our own descendants a few centuries from now? Moving to Mars would violently force human evolution onto an unpredictable path. Because the red planet gets 66% less sunlight than Earth, Martian colonists would inevitably evolve massive, slightly creepy pupils to constantly absorb light. Furthermore, the Martian gravitational pull is only 38% as strong as Earth's, which naturally elongates the human spine over time. Future babies born on Mars will effortlessly grow to be much taller, comfortably towering over their Earth-bound ancestors. Ultimately, the final evolutionary flex isn't just about getting incredibly tall or surviving horrific car crashes. What if our final form isn't physical at all? The true endgame is about achieving absolute immortality by uploading our digital consciousness directly to a secure cloud-based server. Humanity is never standing still.